Hi guys, Matt from Big River here. We got a whole big order of fish coming in this week, actually several of them. And we've been getting a lot of private party fish, locally bred and otherwise. These are some locally bred rice fish. They're the black ones, or dark ones anyway. I don't know if you want to call them midnights or black rice fish, but very pretty. And then some locally bred swordtails as well. Nice group of those guys. A little bit smaller than we might get in sometimes from the imports, but ought to be really good and healthy. Got in some bushy-nosed plecos today. Been getting a lot of stuff private party. Some of our shrimp are coming private. So make sure to check out those even when we don't have them on the video. I'll try to integrate more of them in. First thing out of the box from this order though is Scarlet Batis. Little tiny badasses. They're stripy little Asiatic fish that are closer related to a gourami. Kind of act like a little tiny cichlid though. Here's a royal blue dwarf gourami, and that's in the same family, Asiatic as well. Those are originally described, mid-1700s in India. Glass catfish, also out of Asia. Apparently everything out of the box so far has been Asiatic. Gotta love the glass cats, nice and see-through, great community fish. These are the tiniest African firebarbs I've ever seen. They grow up and get their color, and they probably will, even though a couple of them are a little on the skinny side. African firebarbs get a really beautiful red color to them with those nice stripes. So really cool fish. They get about this long, but they're not fat like a tiger barb, but they're skinny. So very neat fish, good community fish. Little topwater fish, marble hatchets, are actually in the Tetra family, so they're on the Tetra special. Buy 4 more Tetras, get 25% off just for listening to this channel and subscribing. Here is a cool fish you may or may not be able to see in the bag. He's in a cup because he'll bite through the bag. This is a puffer. It's a brown Congo puffer, or the Murinus. They come in a red and a brown, though sometimes they'll switch back and forth in color. Itty bitty fish in here. What do we got? Those are gold ring danios. Gold ring danios are the Tinlinny, have the spots with a gold ring around them. That's the name, gold ring danios. Call them a nano fish, so they'll get about an inch. Here are some green tiger barbs. Again, we're staying with the Asiatic theme except for the African puffer, I guess. Next up is there a fish in there? There it is. It's a pleco. What kind of pleco oh, this is that cool little dwarf pleco. It's a 471 dwarf snowball pleco. It's a type of high pan. It looks like the 201s, but it gets about half the size. So they're itty bitty little high pan, little meat eater. Very cool little pleco. Not a small fish. This is a Judagar. Got a couple of these guys on this order. Can't seem to keep those guys in stock, and came in nice and big this time. So a Judagars, again, not related to the alligator gars or some of the other gars, but it's actually a tetra. South American leaf fish, cool fish. Ambush predator, sit very, very still, wait for something to move, and then whammo. You need a surprisingly large fish in that tiny body. Well, you know, like a half-inch long guppy or something like that. So they are an incredibly effective little predator. They got the mouth like Alien from the movie Aliens, if you guys remember Sigourney Weaver days. And another box coming up. Let's see, new bags from these guys. Plecos, got some Jasmine Eyes or Josemolinas, the sailfin plecos. Spotted sailfin plecos. I don't know if we have any marbles over there, but decent size on these. Not a common pleco, but a big one. They'll get a 12 inches. Got a beautiful pattern to them, but they're really dirty. So if you're going to get those, make sure you got a very big tank and are willing to do a lot of water changes. Speaking of very big fish, this is a flagtail Prosciotus or Procolotus or however you want to call it. Came in bigger than we've gotten them in quite a while. A couple different varieties of those on the market, but all of them get about that big. And that big, I mean, that is a heavy fish by the time it gets full size. Next up is electric blue acara. Electric blue acaras have that bright blue, electric blue color gene. The regular blue acara is a pretty fish, but those are even prettier. We saw quite a few of those. Great fish, not as aggressive as some of the other cichlids, though. Definitely a cichlid. Turquoise rainbow, another blue fish. We love our blue fish, I guess. Turquoise rainbow are one of my favorite of my rainbows, and I do love my rainbows. Who's this? Oh, those are gold barbs. Okay, they're a little blanched out, so I wasn't sure what they were. Gold barbs, another Asiatic fish. Nice, bigger barb. They'll get about 3 inches-ish. Nice heavy body to them. Not as wide as a tiger barb, but definitely a bigger fish than they are. Another gourami. This is a flame dwarf gourami variety. They have the royal blues and the flame dwarfs. I think we got powder blues coming as well. Hi guys, we're doing a film here. Do you want to jump in and play Name That Fish? You know what? We'll find you some 1 second here. Rubber lip pleco. This is L455. Tiger rubber lip pleco. Look at the cool pattern on those guys. And next up we have some platies. Got a couple varieties of platies on this week's order. Now those are the leopards. And those aren't platies, those are coolie loaches. Nice little squiggly worms. Black coolie loaches. Several varieties of coolies in the world. We have 3 or 4 here today. And we're back. We got more. Always more. It's too much is never enough. Oh, big bags. What do we got in here? First thing is some barbs. Those are clown barbs. Nice size on those. Clown barbs, another one of those 3 to 4 inch fish, like a melon barb. Beautiful colors, kind of iridescentness to them. Here's some big pearl grammies. I actually meant to get the small ones, but they put me down for the big ones. And I ran out of big ones too, so fantastic. We'll take them anyway. They're beautiful. Got some goldfish. Really nice conformation on these. Not great size, but really nice round bodies. These are panda orandas. And I got some tricolor orandas on this order as well. Good colors, good shape, body shapes, nice fish. A little bit on the small side for the price point, but really nice looking fish. So pretty happy with that. And sometimes I don't worry about the size so much because, well, they'll grow. Alrighty, next up is more fish. Lots of fish this week because, you know me, I haven't seen one I could lay off of. Here are marble angelfish, small marble angelfish. Nice little batch of those guys. Some more platies. I told you we'd have more, and these are the blue platies. Look like they're Mickey Mouse. Kind of Mickey Mouse deal is this? Well, it's a Mickey Mouse platy deal. That's what it is. All right, next up is some CPDs, Celestial Pearl Daniels. Always reminds me of the pinball game Terminator where he said, "Get the CPU," but they're not. They're CPDs. A Congo green biker, or the Pleptris retropennius, or Polypterus retropennius, which is a Congo green. They get a really bright green color when they're more mature. I mean, like emerald green, kind of crazy, really. Here is some peacock gudgeons. Nice little batch of those guys. Good size on these guys. Nice and rainbow colors in them, the yellowtails. Really clown colors, beautiful fish. Caminado cincus. Ordered some more of the bumblebee autos. Did not get them, but we did get more caminados. Do have a few of the oranges over there, I believe. Red wolffish. No, actually somebody bought all the oranges. We do have some of the other guys and some zebras. Red wolffish. Back to this guy. Predator. Big fish. Much different than what we were talking about. Remember, your wolffish will get big. We've got a black over there that gets big. Really cool predator. Cannot put them with small fish. They will eat them. Bigger fish you can, but they tend to get really shy if they have bigger fish than them in the tank. Powder blue dwarf gourami. Promised you more dwarf gouramis, and there they are. And small cichlids. Small now, anyway. These are Veja bridori, or Angostura cichlid. I don't know which one. I think Veja is easier to say. Vejas are a group of really big Central American cichlids, typically really aggressive, really beautiful. These guys get the red head like the Fenestratas do, so a really neat version of a Veja. Somebody had asked me about those. Said, "Hey, have you seen any of the bridoris?" And it's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. I saw them today. So we got them. Always in for another cool big cichlid, right? All right, last box on this part of the order, and then a whole nother order coming from the airport today. These are some really big hatchets. They're the black spotted hatchets, where they got a little black fin on their back tail. They're this size, full size. Not the giant ones. We've had those too, but these are the biggest of the regular or some smaller hatchets. Some eels. These are the zebra eels, or Burmese zebra eel, sometimes they call them, Macrognathus zebrinus. They are one of the more community-minded eel, so you can do them in groups of eels, and they won't eat your little fish, at least not unless they're tiny. This is a cool fish related to iridescent shark. I believe they're out of Africa, if I'm not mistaken. They call them a butter or a grass cutter. They are a big catfish. They'll get a foot or more, but they're not as big as an iridescent shark, which gets 4 or 6 feet. I steadfastly won't order iridescent sharks, no matter how cool they are, because I've never seen a tank big enough for them. Well, I have seen a tank, but not in somebody's house. So, but these guys, if you got a really big tank, you could do a school of those. They're really a neat fish. Next up is some rope fish. I got some teeny tiny ones over there, but these are, they're not full size. They can get 2 feet plus and as big around as a broom handle. But these guys are obviously relative of the biker eels. Smaller mouths, smaller animal. I've known more than one person that uses them for taking care of their extra guppies, actually, because they will eat tiny fish. They're a little predator that hunts at night. Very, very cool animal. And we're back. We got a whole bunch of boxes here. I don't think there's that many fish in here, but a lot of boxes. First thing up is some rainbows. These are Guatamensis, or the emerald rainbows. Don't call that emerald in the bag, but they're really a gorgeous fish. Get big too. Emeralds are one of the bigger rainbows. Glossiopsis, if you're checking that out. I got some big angels, decent size on those. Got a little batch of those guys in because we were about out of big angels. Also, these guys didn't make the trip too well. What kind of cichlid are those? I have no idea what that is. I don't remember ordering a cichlid on this order, so it's mystery fish. Let's see. Here are some more. Those are the Guatamensis. If that's one, oh, he broke them into 2 bags, because that's Guatamensis and that's Guatamensis on the rainbows. Emeralds. Okay, 1 box down. And we're back. We got a whole bunch of boxes here. I don't think there's that many fish in here, but a lot of boxes. First thing up is some rainbows. These are Guatamensis, or the emerald rainbows. Don't call that emerald in the bag, but they're really a gorgeous fish. Get big too. Emeralds are one of the bigger rainbows. Glossiopsis, if you're checking that out. I got some big angels, decent size on those. Got a little batch of those guys in because we were about out of big angels. Also, these guys didn't make the trip too well. What kind of cichlid are those? I have no idea what that is. I don't remember ordering a cichlid on this order, so it's mystery fish. Let's see. Here are some more. Those are the Guatamensis. If that's one, oh, he broke them into 2 bags, because that's Guatamensis and that's Guatamensis on the rainbows. Emeralds. Okay, 1 box down. See you tomorrow. All right. Next up is snails. Always got to have a good variety of colors on mystery snails. More snails. Those are some zebra neurites. And we got some pencils. Looks like some of those did not make the trip. Quite a few of those. But those are the Beckford pencils. Like Beckfords, they're really pretty fish. They can have quite a bit of red to them. Here are some more snails. These are supposed to be the red spot, though some of them are zebras. More neurites. Next is panda cories. Pandas came in pretty good shape there. Nice looking fish. And we got some shrimp. Those are the black pentos, if I remember right. Black spotted pentos. Very cool. We should have some blue bolts too. I don't think those are blue bolts, so I think those are pentos. Looks like 1 or 2 didn't make the trip. But here are some black ruby barbs. Came in pretty small. Black ruby barbs are such a pretty fish when they get a little bigger. Next up is, those are Celebes rainbows. Tiny, tiny Celebes rainbows. Haven't had those in a minute. They are mildly brackish fish, like a little salt in the water. Our hard water is probably all they really need, but they got the yellow in the fins. Real pretty little fish. Very, very much different than most of the other rainbow types. When we say rainbow, we think of the Bozemanys or Millenniums. All right, black worms, got to have those. And some ghost shrimp, feeder items. And looks like feeder guppies. Yep, feeder guppies, ghost shrimp, and black worms. That's an all feeder box. Got to have them. And let's see what else we got. Really happy that we are able to get black worms regularly again. It was a long time when we were limited on quantity. Now we are not. So if you want extras, by all means, come and get them. We got regularly have plenty of black worms. Let's see, these are some emperor tetras. Those are the blue emperors, or Icari, they call those. Remember when those were new on the market, they were really expensive. Tiny little red lizard whiptails, really tiny. I'm gonna get some meals on those guys, but very cute. Red lizards are really El Tene, they call them. Really cute little whiptail. Got some more shrimp. Boy, are those monos? I think those are tiny little monos, what those are. And then here's those blue bolts. Nice looking blue bolts. Got the blue in the front, white in the back. Nice color on those. Blue bolts have been hard to get. That's only the third batch I've had in the last 2 years, I think. That's a pleco. What kind of pleco are you? Oh, it's an orange seam. Tiny little orange seam pleco. Looks like they single bagged them. Got a little batch of them. Oh, that one didn't make the trip. Got a little batch of orange seam or orange spotted. Here's some frogs. Those are African dwarf frogs. And some, these are the orange flame tetras. They're like the red flame Von Rios, but the albinos. They come out orange color. That's really pretty. And one more little pleco, orange seam. So about 3. Looks like we got 2 in good shape. Really tiny in those. I don't think I've ever had them quite that small. Came in at a good price though. All right, that's that. So we're screaming right through this order. 7 boxes are going faster than the other 5. Should have some more feeder comets. Restocking all our feeder items again this week, like always. And what else we got in here? That's some Cardinal Tetras. Nice batch of those guys. Restock. We had bad water from the city. Took out a whole tank full of Cardinals a couple weeks ago, so that's a restock after that little disaster. Clown Plecos. Good shipment of clowns. A little bit of variety in size. Clown plecos are a small pleco. They only get about 2.5, 3 inches, but they don't really eat algae. They're good for a small tank, but they eat wood. Gold Roseline Shark. Second batch of those we got in, looking good. The ones we got the last time kept their color, looked great. So we got in another batch of those. Next up is some, oh yeah, these are the glass bloodfin tetra. I haven't had those in a little while. Got that cute red tail with a glass body. Another of your neat see-through fish. That's 2 glass fish on this order if you were keeping track. We had the glass cats a little bit ago. All right, there's another box of fish down. Let's get into these last 2 and see what we got. Still waiting on those comets. One of these 2 has got to be comets. And that's comets. If you want to see them, there they are. Soup. They ship them really soupy, which is not ideal, but I'll make it. Make good food for other things, I guess. And last box. Pick this up so I don't have to bend over so far. We got some brine shrimp, more feeder items. We've been doing all right with the live brine program. Sometimes they don't come in that great, but usually we're getting something to share. And yeah, people have been appreciating that. Always nice to have another live option for fish food. And roselines, these are the regular ones, not the gold ones. Got a nice little batch of those guys too. That's it for fish. Let's see, found that invoice staring at me over here. Let's see if that cichlid was. It's been a long time since I made the order with the holiday. Everything was delayed a day this week. Let's see, Beckfords we knew about. You know what? That's a misship because what I ordered was, no, they zeroed that. Okay. Cuban cichlid, that's what they were. Okay, looks like some of them didn't make the trip, but some of them did. That's Cuban cichlid, one of the very few from the Bahamas of any tropical fish available. So that was our mystery fish. Double check my rainbows too. Celebes and the emerald. Yeah, they just split that into 2 bags. And that's it for our orders, guys. Thanks for checking us out.